This is Zosh now. She's probably 4 or 5 weeks since we last filmed her. Just introducing a bit of basic steadiness now. So you can see the command I've given her there. I'm just using a hand signal, which I want to use out in the field to get her to sit. I've got just an object in my hand which is keeping her focused on that. So what I'm just slowly introducing now is kind of backing off. I want her to stay there while I'm backing away, which she's doing quite nicely. Slightly distracted because of the camera, because normally it's just me and her. So that's what I want when I'm stalking. Just want to be able to put a hand signal, little hiss initially, and she needs to learn to do that for long periods. So I'm quite happy with that. She's coming on quite nicely. You can see a difference in size. You know, she's coming along well. Just sort of moving slowly around her. I don't want her to move, I want her to stay there so that I can, it's sort of simulating if I've got a client or something. I'm going around with the binoculars. She's just sat there nicely. And I'll slowly introduce and extend that period so that I can keep her sat for 10-15 minutes and then for longer periods. But that's good, that's enough for that little bit. So getting her to play with the leg, this is all fun. She'll chew these quite happily for ages. What's that? Good girl. What's that? Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. So again, just introducing that steadiness. That's all I want to do at this stage. Just nothing too taxing. Just let her play. Okay, I'm just going to do a bit of basic heel work. Heel. Good girl. Just to get used to walking to heel. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, that's nice. A little bit of praise. That's fine. She's just nicely on a slack lead. Still very curious. She's only a pup. Don't want to do anything too much. That's fine. I mean, that's just nicely getting steady. She's got a lot of promise there. So I don't think we're going to have any problem with her at all. So we just extend that now over the next couple of months. Get the lead off her so she walks nice and quietly to heel when we're out, and just continue with the steadiness. So it's just a gentle introduction onto a little bit more serious training in a couple of months' time.
Dog training session complete. We rejoin Chris the next morning for a proper stalk.
Okay, we've just come to, got a call from the forest manager last night. We've got an area up here which is planted and deer fenced, and there's people obviously been going into through the deer gates, and they've left them open. They've been open for a long period of time. So apart from the fact we had some cattle in there, we did notice that there was evidence of deer in there, both red and roe. So what I want to do is come early this morning, and we're going to go and have a look in there and just see what the situation is. If we need to try and remove a few culprits that should be in the wrong place at the sort of wrong time, really, then we'll do so. The problem we've got this morning is it's absolutely keenest frost we've had of the year. Probably -3, -4, so it's going to be a little bit like walking on cornflakes. But anyway, we'll go and we'll see what we can do. We may have to just stand and lie up a little bit as the light comes up and just see if we've got anything moving about, because it may be too noisy for us to move, but at least we can have a look as the sun comes up, and we'll see. Good opportunity to test this new Dalton jacket as well, because it's certainly a day when you need something warm. I've just put the new Sports Match mounts on here as well, so we'll see how they perform.
It's the turn of more experienced deer dog, Oscar, to shine now. With conditions far from ideal, man and dog need to call on all their skills.
Do you think it's quite easy stalking deer within a fenced area, or when you've got a large area like this? It's no different to stalking deer anywhere else. There's plenty of places for them to be, and they're blooming hard to find. One of the deer gates has been left open for quite a long period of time. We actually spotted it because I said there was some cattle in here, which first of all I identified the fact we've got an issue. We've been and got the cows out, but in so doing I've seen a lot of evidence of deer. And we've seen red and roe, and we've seen them both this morning.
A sighting of a roe doe means a buck can't be far away. Sure enough, we get one in range almost immediately. With a cameraman struggling to get it in frame, Chris can't wait any longer, and he takes the shot.
Show me, show me, show me, show me.
The cameraman might be in the doghouse, but Oscar still has the chance to show just what he can do. Chris puts him on the scent, and it's not long until we find the carcass.
Good lad. Nice young buck. Good one to take out of here. He's the one that will do a lot of damage. He's a heart lung, so we're on the money. Good condition, full winter coat. Yeah. So we'll do a growlock on a tree we've got here, and apex predator into use again, and breakfast time. So I'm just going to use the tree hugger just to give me a bit of extra spread on the deer as we do the suspended growlock. Yeah, I'm just going to take the legs off at this stage. It just makes it easier for hanging it up on the fence. Quite satisfying when you get the flat joint perfectly. It's did quite easy really, just get the second knuckle. It's not the actual true use of the tree hugger. This is designed to go around a tree where you've got no lateral branches within sort of reach, and the small stuff around here, the trees are not the branches are not strong enough to hold a deer. So a little bit of improvisation. What I like is we have to spread the legs nice and wide so that when I do the sort of anal tract and penis, it's giving me a nice wide spread, because I'll cut the H-bone on the deer. I've done this a few times, but I'm going to do it again. A lot of people struggle with taking the legs off deer, particularly the front leg, and it's usually because the cut's in the wrong place. But the easiest way I find to get your knife on the right line is basically bend a leg against itself and literally put your knife and follow the line of the back of the leg like that, and that actually puts you, if you keep that line, puts you right on the joint. So you can see it's gone straight away there. I'm not putting any pressure. It's very easy. Lots of people struggle. A lot of level 2 guys struggle with this, and you can see there that's dead easy. Twist it round and take the leg off. Okay, so we've got a nice clean carcass growlocked out. Shot's absolutely perfect through the heart. Oscar now waits for his reward for being patient. We'll get this in the sack nice and clean. And we've got enough room for the head. We'll take that with us. Ready to go home.